Once you've selected the proper choice for your folder options, and we know the main destination folder we're going to send this takeoff to during the automatic, we now need to tell PractiCAD whether or not we'd like to create subfolders inside the main destination folder. Currently, we've got Absolute selected as our folder option. We have got PCAD training video folder as the main, and underneath that, we must have a subfolder created in Windows called PCAD export folder. If we run this automatic right now by pressing OK, all the takeoffs are going to go right to this PCAD export folder. However, if we would like during the course of this automatic for PractiCAD to create an additional subfolder, we can come into this field and create one. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the dialog box. We're going to open it up. When we click on that, PractiCAD opens up the folder field. Now the options inside the folder field are identical to that inside the custom tagging field. There are a few differences, but the way text properties, property properties, and function properties work, all of these fields and how expressions are built are identical to custom tagging. So it's very important to watch the tutorials on how to create custom tags field box. If you've watched those tutorials, the remainder of this video should be very easy to follow. What we're going to do is we're going to go into property to show you a couple differences. Instead of having the properties of fittings or architectural items, here we basically have the properties for drawing name and job name. And then we have the properties for time increments. We have day, month, and year. And we have hour, minute, and second. And as long as the clock is set right on your computer, you can utilize that clock. PractiCAD will report those properties and they can be used to name subfolders. To start this tutorial, we're just going to use one subfolder. And we want the name of that subfolder to be job name. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the ampersand. And when we do that, PractiCAD is going to put the job name, whatever it is at that time. The job we're working on currently is called PractiCAD Training Videos, and it's going to show up in the subfolder field. It means there's going to be a folder created, and the name of that folder is going to be called PractiCAD Training Videos. And that folder is going to be inside your main destination folder we have up here, which is PCAD Export Folder. You can take a look at the sample, and right here in that field, it's showing you the entire path that the takeoffs are going to go to if in fact you press OK right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to press OK, and if we go and press OK again and we look inside our hard drive, we're going to find under My Computer, C Drive, PCAD Training Video folder. Here's the PCAD Export folder, and you can see that it's created an additional folder based on job name. The job name you can see because right up here in the workbox we're opening up, it's called PractiCAD Training Videos. So it took that property job name and it created a subfolder. If we open that up, here we have the list of all of the group names and takeoffs that we had been doing in earlier tutorials. So we can always use subfolder to create a folder inside our main destination folder. Next, we're going to show you how to create multiple subfolders. So far, we've created one subfolder called PractiCAD Training Videos. This subfolder is working underneath our main destination folder. To create multiple folders, we're going to go back into the dialog box. We're going to open it up. And instead of job name, we're going to add more to this to create more folders. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you the symbol you need in order to tell PractiCAD that you're trying to create a secondary subfolder. There is no limitation to the number of folders PractiCAD will design on your export automatic. What we need to use is, for text, the little backslash. Everything you put inside this text field, other than this backslash, currently, will be placed inside the name of that folder as text, as you see it. However, // is an illegal character for Windows. When you go to use / inside this particular section, you are telling PractiCAD to tell Windows to create another folder. Now, whenever you're going to put a slash between two subfolders, you are actually going to need to use the plus key. In the tutorials for custom tagging, we explain that whenever you go to combine a text field and property field, you must use the little plus key. And the same rules apply here. So we're going to go into the expression next to job name, the property job name. We're going to hit the plus key. Notice when we hit the plus key that instantly PractiCAD has erased all information out of the subfolder. It's also out of the sample field. The reason is this expression is currently not correct. We need to add to it. It is always a good indication if you're doing things correctly if in fact you can see the subfolder names right here in these fields. If you do not see anything here, it is not going to work when you run the automatic. So we've got the plus key. We're now going to combine this property with text. We use the plus. We're going to hit the ampersand. We're going to put that backslash in there. And when you do that, you can see that we're getting the expression correct again, and it's showing us the name or the job name of the subfolder. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the plus key again because we're about to combine text with property again. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to say we'd like a folder with month and year. Now there's two ways of doing this. First, we can say, let's see the value month. We go to property, we pick month, we hit ampersand, we put it in there. Now you'll see that when you pick the property month, that means the number of the month. Currently it's October, it's showing the number 10. However, if you would like to see the name of the month, we've added a month name function. And if you use this function, it will take the number and instead report the name. For example, we're going to go back into the expression. We're going to hit the backslash just to delete the last part of that expression. We're going to say, let's use the function month name. And here we're going to hit the ampersand. You'll notice the other two functions, if then else and either or, they are covered in the tutorials and custom tagging. So the only one currently we have that's different is month name. When we pick month name, you can see that our cursor will usually as a default be right in between the two parentheses. All we need to do is in that field, put the property month. And if we do that, you can see that PractiCAD is going to not report the number, it's going to report the name of the month. So what we've got here is one subfolder, which is PractiCAD training videos. And because we have split it with the slash, it's going to create another subfolder here, so far only called October. What we're going to do is we're going to click outside this expression. We don't want to put anything else between the parentheses. We're going to hit the little plus key. We're going to go into text and we're going to put a little dash. And then we're going to hit the ampersand again. And then we're going to hit the plus key one more time because every time we combine text with property, we must have the plus key. So we've got the text, little dash, and we're going to say we'd like to see the year. And we're going to put that property in there. So you can see right here that we're going to basically have two subfolders. One's going to be called PractiCAD Training Videos because that's the job name currently. The other folder is going to be called October 2011 because that's the current month. Now, if we were to press OK, run this automatic, you'll see that we have additional subfolders created. We're going to go into My Computer. We're going to go into the C drive. We're going to go into the PCAD Training Videos, PCAD Export folder. Here's the job name. And here you can see the next subfolder, October 2011. So we've created two subfolders. And inside that last subfolder is where we get the list of takeoffs. So we can use the subfolder option to create as many subfolders as we like.